Hey everyone, we're the Violet Reality. My name is Casey Rain.
And I am Kim Camellia. And today we need you to buckle up because you are in for an adventure with us, a super wild ride. This is one about rumours, connections, and conjecture. Here's the story so far about the upcoming 1999 Deluxe set by Prince, which is going to be released by the Prince Estate and Warner Brothers. It's been a long and very, very confusing road.
Before we get into anything, I want you all to remember that it was us, the Violet Reality, that first brought you the track list for Purple Rain Deluxe, and it was us at the Violet Reality that first brought you the news of the release of Piano and a Microphone 1983. Now, both of those times, we broke that news without there being any prior leaks. Why is that important? Well, it's important because you know that we have sources and that those sources have proven themselves to be reliable on multiple occasions.
But one long-standing thing that we keep hearing about from multiple places, so all over the place, is 1999 Deluxe.
Let's rewind all the way back to the end of 2017. Now, of course, earlier in 2017, we saw the release of Purple Rain Deluxe, but at the end of 2017, the two of us took a very long trip to LA where we were there for most of December 2017 and most of January 2018. Now, while we were there, you probably remember that's when we first started our Uncovering Prince series of interviews. We did our interviews with Anna Fantastic and Dwayne Tudal and Anthony Malzone, all in that one trip. And we hung out with a lot of other Prince peeps and made a lot of other connections that we followed up on later, and it was a very cool trip, a very good trip for our YouTube channel in general. A lot of work was done during that trip. During that trip in December of 2017, at one point we were talking to somebody who had been at I'm being very careful with what I say here because I don't want to give too much away that could reveal people who may not want themselves to be revealed, but we met with a person who had been at a music industry event, a small event, around a few weeks before we'd gotten there. And there had been Warner Brothers executives at this small event as well. And the key piece of information we learned at this point was that 1999 Deluxe was a real thing. And that compiling that record had not only started, but was basically done. That's what we heard at that time. So this is back in December 2017. We heard 1999 Deluxe is real. It's planned for release. It's basically done. And you should look forward to that coming out.
In May of 2018, we received word from one of our other sources that there was going to be another announcement on June the 7th, which is Prince's birthday. This was the announcement about a piano rehearsal release.
Yep, and that was the information that we got a couple of weeks before the announcement, was that it was a piano set that was going to be released. That was pretty much all the info that we got. But we cross-referenced it with another source, and that's when we found out that it was specifically the 1983 Piano and a Microphone set. And then, of course, as we mentioned, we broke that news to you. Now, what was interesting was that one of those sources also had received some word about 1999 Deluxe before that, and so we pretty much had the understanding that Piano and a Microphone had sort of taken precedent. We think maybe the tape of that was discovered quite late in the day, and that Michael Howe, the estate archivist, prioritized it because he was so impressed with it when he found it, and so all the other plans or things that they were potentially going to release, including 1999 Deluxe, got bumped for Piano and a Microphone 83.
Early 2019 is where things got a little bit fuzzy. First of all, we heard this announcement that 1999 Deluxe was going to be released on the 25th of October. Then, in late March, we were privately told that it was going to be cancelled, but then a little later than that, word got around about the original.
Once again, we heard about 1999 Deluxe coming out in October. Then a couple of weeks later, we heard, no, it's been cancelled.
Yep.
And then a couple of weeks after that, it's like, okay, there's a new project and it's originals. And of course, you all know about the Prince Originals release that just came out.
It's most likely on all of your CD shelves in your houses at the moment. Now, we don't actually believe that 99 Deluxe has been cancelled. We just think that the promo around Originals has maybe caused some confusion amongst our sources.
Yeah, we think it is quite possible, again, that the Originals project came together in such a way that deprioritized 1999 Deluxe. But although we did hear from a source that it was cancelled, as Kim said, we at this time don't believe that to be true. Since then, we've actually heard one more key piece of information from a source about something to do with 1999 Deluxe, and that is that Prince's original vocal version of Jerk Out is going to be on there. Of course, you know Jerk Out came out in 1990 by The Time. There was also a version of it recorded by Maserati in between those two, so the very early Prince version, the later on Time version, right in the middle there was a Maserati version as well. So of course, Jerk Out was a huge hit, #1 hit for The Time in 1990, but Prince recorded his original version of that in 1982 during the sessions for the 1999 album. We've also heard that Prince's vocal version of Jerk Out was considered for the Originals project, but was bumped from the list when Jay-Z decided that he wanted to include Love Thy Will Be Done. Now, if you think about it, this actually makes sense. All of the tracks on Originals, except for Love Thy Will Be Done, are from that early 80s period. So this idea that, okay, Jay-Z wants Love Thy Will Be Done, let's bump something off that was already going to be on there, what makes sense to replace? Well, if 1999 Deluxe was indeed a project that they knew would be coming out fairly soon, then it makes total sense that you would remove a track that was done in those particular sessions so that you could include it. We've also reliably heard that the more piano-based version of Something in the Water, the sort of alternate version of Something in the Water before Prince stripped it down to the more minimal version that's on 1999, that's also something that's going to be included on 1999 Deluxe.
Our final piece of information is that there are 2 songs on 1999 Deluxe that are sexually daring and that the estate has chosen not to censor them. This infers that there is content in these songs that would be reasonably considered for censorship, so this is like the kind of thing where you would put like a massive parental advisory sticker on it, or you would bleep out the whole word from the song. This information comes from a Dutch interview with the estate archivist Michael Howe, and even though he didn't mention the names of the songs, we believe that they are Lust You Always and Extra Lovable.
So there you have it, folks. The latest turn of events, 1999 Deluxe, coming in October, including Prince's vocal version of Jerk Out, the original version of Extra Lovable, the alternate version of Something in the Water, and Lust You Always, amongst much, much more.
Now, of course, everything could change between now and then.
But we've been picking up the breadcrumbs on this one for quite a while, cross-referencing multiple sources, and right now, we believe this information to be credible. Either way, this is going to be an incredible release, and we can't wait. We are so looking forward to it. So, in the comments, let us know what you want to see from 1999 Deluxe. All right, don't forget to subscribe. Hit the little bell for notifications. My name's Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Catch you later.
Bye.
Hey, St. Paul here. Make sure you go subscribe to The Violet Reality, the funkiest channel on YouTube.